Hi, my name's Adam Hurlbut. I handle the custom woodworking projects here at Rustique Furniture. And woodworking has been a part of my life as long as I can remember. In the beginning, mostly I worked as a framer, building houses and such, a way to make ends meet. But later in life, I started to really appreciate some of the finer ends of woodworking that I was seeing on some of the jobs I worked on. And so I decided to get into furniture and cabinetry. And found this haven up here in the mountains, Rustique Furniture, where we actually have the opportunity to make original pieces for custom clients, and so that's probably what I enjoy the most. Probably one of the most satisfying things about working with clients is, one of the things about living in the mountains up here is every home is laid out differently. Over the generations, there really wasn't a template for the architecture, so in any home you go into, there's nooks and crannies, or the layout is just different, and people oftentimes want to try to utilize space they may have in these homes. And of course, that's not something you're going to find at a Home Depot or at any kind of prefabricated, cabinet shop. So we get the opportunity to make unique pieces, and with the idea of making them look unique as well. So it's something that is one of a kind and very personal. And helping somebody make their space more livable and more beautiful and something that they're going to enjoy being in that space is very rewarding for me, absolutely. This is actually an easy question. My favorite piece is I was commissioned by Sky Park about 2 years ago to create an altar table for their chapel, and they've been wanting to do weddings there, and that was one of my favorite pieces to make. It's on my Facebook page as my home picture because I liked it so much, and hard to say exactly what I like so much about it. It's just one of those that when it came together, it just had nice balance, and I've probably gotten the most responses from it. And also knowing that people are committing their love to each other in front of it, that doesn't bother me either. Right on.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I work at Rustique Furniture. My main thing, I'm a yard dog. I try to get all the wood together for everybody for their production of their furniture that they're building. I work the store. I do mainly all colorization of all of our finished product and the finish work on it. I do more or less everything that no one else wants to do. I really got into it because I was more or less a handyman just prior to getting my job here at Rustique, which was about 12 years ago now. And so I knew a little bit about everything. So I just kind of fell into it, and with time, you just learn what to do. We have a hard time trying to please ourselves when we're building something. We look at it and we ask somebody else. I'll run over to Adam and go, "Is this good enough?" And he'll go, "Yeah, maybe do a little bit here, a little bit there." And then I do the same thing with him. And we all have to kind of appreciate what we're doing, but we're never really satisfied with our job until the customer finally sees it. When the customer sees it and they're blown away, then we knew we did the right job that we were supposed to be doing. We opened our store in 2007 so we could showcase all the furniture that we make down at our shop. But up here on the mountains, most people think that any little store is just a gift shop. Stop and get something small that you can say that you were up in the mountains. So when people come into the shop, I usually have to ask them, "Have you ever been here before?" And 90% of the time you hear, "No, I've passed by 100 times but never stopped." And I said, well, anything you see made out of wood, inside or outside of the store, we made. We make it right around the corner at our shop. We go and we harvest all the wood. We'll make you anything from a stool to a pool table, dinette set. We'll do full kitchens, full baths. We do wooden sinks, mantles. Anything that you can think of we'll be able to do for you. We'll even allow you to come down to the shop and pick your own wood, or at least see what started this piece of furniture that you want. We can show you from the logs to the milling to the actual sanding, staining, and finish work, so you know exactly what we do. Yeah, we have customers that'll come in and just buy a simple bench, and if we have to deliver it, we'll go out there and then we'll make a couple of comments that they could use this or that in their home too. And once they see some of the other things that we actually do, we end up doing a full bath for them or a dining set. We'll put a tree in their house if they have room for that and make it look like it's supporting something. But anything they want in their house, we can actually make. But we let the wood talk to us. We let the wood describe how we're actually going to be installing stuff. We'll do a wooden sink in your bathroom. We'll do a full counter in your kitchen. It's just whatever you need inside your house.
Yeah, I decided to go jacuzzi shopping and drove out to Big Bear, saw these slabs in the yard. Had to stop and ask about them. The guy had to get rid of everything in the yard. The city was making him clear everything out, so I wound up buying everything, probably equivalent of 20 quarts of wood. Brought it back here and started building with it. First piece I built was a coffee table. Took it to a show at Santa's Village. Took it in there and this gal just flipped over it. And first piece I sold, and I was hooked from then on. I knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I think my favorite piece was the desk I was commissioned to do for a realtor. It was built in, so I had to, I did the lower portion. I built it actually in a space like right there. I built the whole thing and did finishing touches out there. The main part of the desk was a walnut top that was 2 inches thick. Beautiful wood. Then we had juniper, we had lemon wood, we had manzanita, we had birch, we had just everything. And it really came together well. This was my kind of a signature piece. I started designing this in this style just by picking out the side curved piece of wood, laid them out on the table, made up my face frame. Start from there, everything else kind of falls in between. Oh, the wine rack, oh man, it takes a lot of trial and error. You put one piece in, work on another one. You put a couple more in, and say, oh, that doesn't work. You take it all out. About a day later, you'll come up with something that kind of works. Future of Rustique. I'd like to bring Rustique into the future. We're developing an e-commerce site, be able to take orders online so people can have a nice shopping experience. I'd like to see the e-commerce site developed. We want to bring people in and show them new product as well as how this stuff is produced. It's work, but it's a lot of fun.